make my day.
Alright, so first of all, ExeKiller, one of the longest awaited games of the past few years. This semi-open world first-person shooter now has an estimated release of mid-2025 across basically all consoles. And it seems to be one of those games you don't just play, you live in it. In this post-apocalyptic world meet cyberpunk, this action-adventure game puts you in the boots of a bounty hunter, where your decisions matter more than the combat. You can talk your way out of a mess, sneak past the enemies, go for a conversation, or just go guns blazing mayhem. It's all your call. This game has a very interesting premise too, where you work for a sinister corporation headquartered in a ruined New York that's trying to bring back world peace. If you missed it, this is how it looks.
Bounty hunting is a hell of a business.
Who are you?
I am ExeKiller.
I want to make you an offer, which I'm sure you won't refuse.
With that being said, we've got here Western Rye, which is actually another yet full-on open-world survival game in the same post-apocalyptic Wild West, only this time you play in this world where a mysterious plague known as the Rye Fever has transformed the world into a wasteland. You can choose to play solo or with friends, you craft your own adventure, scavenge, trade, craft weapons and gear, and build alliances with other survivors as well. This one's a little like the Fallout, except there's more strategy stuff going on. Now, as of now, Western Rye is in early access, with no official release date announced. The game is planned for full release on Windows only. At number 3, we've got Steel Ball Race. I'm not sure if we've mentioned it before. This is an indie action-adventure game set in the Wild West, where players can create and customize a character and explore terrains on horseback. Now, this game actually features a very unique plot with various characters, each possessing distinct motives and secrets, and as you progress, you'll encounter different maps in which your decisions impact the storyline, with consequences affecting the game's outcome. Now, Steel Ball Race is currently in development with no official release date whatsoever, and this is the only thing we've had of it so far. At number 4, we have Grit, which is basically a battle royale game that combines classic Western themes with some interesting new mechanics. Now, you see, this game offers a twist by allowing players to build poker hands from found weapons, adding a strategy layer to the traditional battle royale formula. And the world here is reminiscent of the Untamed Frontier. There's lots of towns, oil fields, and plains, and the challenges make you adapt and strategize on the fly, because you have to. As of now, Grit is in early access with plans for a full release in the near future. This game is also available on Steam and the Epic Games Store for wishlist. Currently an open beta and you can play it for free, Cowboy Life Simulator here is an action sim game that lets you step into the boots of a 19th century cowboy and just deal with the harsh reality of the time. So you can choose a peaceful life as a rancher, embark on a grand adventure, or blend both of them, but you gotta keep in mind that it offers a rich narrative, skill progression, and an open world to explore as well. Planting crops, raising livestock, fishing, and all of that are options on the table, and if you care to know, this game is going to PC in full in about a few months. Number 6, we've got 49er. Once again, this is another upcoming open world and survival game with procedurally generated environments where you can craft, build, and explore solo or with friends. Now this game features a skill progression system allowing you to crave your own legend warrior on the frontier, as in for whether you're building a homestead, mining, or engaging in combat. Currently, this game is also in early access, with the developers actively seeking community feedback to refine and expand the gameplay. It's coming out fully in just a month. With that being said, we've got Mohrta. Mohrta here is a non-linear first-person shooter that blends action, exploration, and some light dungeon crawling stuff going on. Also, the game is set to release in the third quarter of this year. In fact, in Mohrta, you assume the role of this undead cowboy knight equipped with both iron and arcane powers, and your mission is to investigate a zone where supernatural phenomena converge and distort reality. The narrative actually unfolds as you explore, and it also features a vast arsenal of weapons, each with multiple functions and utilities. Check it out. Cowboys Rustlers, though, is a top-down action-adventure game that doesn't seem to be taking itself too seriously, which is my kind. You play as this upbeat rustler teamed up with your talking horse, Theodore, and together you're gonna be robbing banks, ride roller coasters, and even summon ghosts. Not only the game is packed with fun activities here, but it's a wild mix of humor and action, offering a fresh take on the Western genre, kind of like the Goat Simulator games, except less wackier. Anyway, if you're into games that blend comedy and haywire gameplay, this one's definitely worth keeping an eye on.
Funny you would ask that.
On the other hand, we've got Black Powder Desolation. This is also a first-person shooter that blends co-op and competitive gameplay in a Western setting. In the co-op campaign, you and up to 3 other friends become factory workers caught in this riot that just spirals out of control. There's over 12 levels. You'll lead in different locations from small towns to industrial areas, requiring teamwork and strategy to overcome different challenges. This game actually emphasizes realistic weapon handling, featuring a manual cycling system unique to each firearm. And I would say for those of you seeking player versus player action, the battles actually support up to 24 players, where mastering different weapon classes becomes really crucial.
I agree with neither. I didn't ask for this life. But when destiny all of a sudden leads a man down a dark and uncertain path, just sometimes a man will find something there. Something he was missing. And he takes it at the cost of all the ones around him that from then on out pray to God for his downfall. And until now, God didn't answer. But if I know one thing, then that if God doesn't answer...
Much has been said about the Western frontier, the perilous wilderness.
Moving on to number 10, it's Rosewater. One of the longest awaited point-and-clickers of the recent history, it's finally coming out March 27, 2025. See, in this adventure, you'll be playing as a freelance writer who arrives in the border town called Rosewater. This assumed regular assignment then leads to the hunt for a missing man's fortune. Now, this game will feature a cast of over 60 characters, which you'll have to meet to find the fortune. It's actually voiced by professional actors from games like Firewatch, Call of the Sea, The Walking Dead, and even Roger Clark from the Red Dead Redemption, and possibly many more surprises as well.
Well, damn. Jake!
And last but not least, while Rockstar Games is yet to officially confirm Red Dead Redemption 3's development, industry insiders and actors associated with the series suggest that a third installment is actually in the works. In fact, Roger Clark, who portrayed Arthur Morgan, also hinted at the game's development in December of 2023, stating, and I quote, "I'm certain we'll see Red Dead Redemption 3 one day." However, Arthur Morgan's story has been concluded. Red Dead Redemption 3 could launch between 2026 to 2030. The estimate aligns with Rockstar's typical development cycle, given that it's expected to be a significant addition to the gaming industry upon release.